Now, shifting our focus to the national capital, which continues to witness unprecedented floods in low-lying areas. But the water level of the Yamuna River in Delhi has started receding days after it crossed the danger mark. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday spoke to Delhi Lieutenant Governor about the status of flood-like situation in Delhi and the progress that has been achieved in mitigation. Meanwhile, Delhi flood is turning into a political slugfest. The Aam Aadmi Party has blamed the BJP government in Haryana for releasing water through barrages it controls into Delhi that caused the flooding unseen in several decades. Now, AAP called the floods a conspiracy by the BJP and also alleged that the water is being released into Delhi only by Hathni Kund barrage and not towards Uttar Pradesh. Hitting back at the AAP government, BJP said that the party governing Delhi is incompetent and only looking for someone to shift the blame. We have CNN News 18's Nikhil Lakhwani joining us live on the broadcast. Nikhil, what is the situation in the national capital right now?
So, Anshli, the situation continues to be grim in parts of the city. We are currently reporting from the ITO area, prominent ITO area. As of now, you can see that by the side of the road, there is this commute which is currently underway, and this is something which is also causing one of the trouble for all the commuters, because this is usually the time when all the people get out from their residences. But this is the place which continues to be flooded. As per the details, the efforts are being made to remove the water, at least from this place at the earliest, and there is one ITO Yamuna barrage as well nearby to this particular place, where a team of NDRF and the Navy as well, they were working tirelessly to open 5 of the gates out of 32 which were not working properly. So far, one of the gate has been reopened after removing the silt from that particular site, but still there are a lot of the effort which needs to be made by all the concerned department, by all the concerned agencies and the ministries. But this is something which is making the Delhiites continue to be on the standstill position. As far as the further details are concerned, yesterday as well, we have seen that a decent amount of rainfall took place in parts of the city, and today as well, as per the forecast issued by the IMD department, there are chances of the rainfall, in fact not just in the capital city, but at those places as well from where the water is coming all the way from, that means from Himachal and Uttarakhand as well. As per the details further which has been shared by IMD, 4 to 5 days are going to be even difficult, because that is the time when the rainfall will be received excessively, especially in the region of Himalaya and the Himachal Pradesh and the Uttarakhand state, from where the Yamuna flows. The origin of the Yamuna is from that particular place. But again, these are the visuals which is now being played out on the screen of CNN News 18. But yes, there are some of the places where the water level have receded. Say for in particular, Civil Line is one such place where the efforts were made yesterday as well. The Lieutenant Governor of the national capital, Mr. V.K. Saxena, he reached out in person to see as to how the work is being done on the war footing level. But there are other prominent places as well where the water needs to be removed at the earliest. Talking about the Yamuna figure, the mark of the river Yamuna, the highest peak it has achieved so far is of 208.65. But now, as per the fresh details which has been recorded this particular morning, it has come to a level of 206 point something, which means it is still on the danger side. But gradually the water levels are receding. It all depends now on the rainfall, if any takes place, not just in the capital city, but also to those places from where the water is coming all the way from. At this time, when all the authorities, all the government should work collectively, we are seeing since yesterday that the verbal spat is being exchanged between the leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party and the Lieutenant Governor. And as you have rightly mentioned at the start, that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, upon his arrival back in the national capital Delhi, he spoke to LG V.K. Saxena about the work done so far, and also as to what efforts which are being made from the LG side. So not just the Delhi government, but also the Lieutenant Governor and all the concerned department of the LG office and the central government as well, they are also working. And this is something which is gradually being seen in part of the city. But Rajghat is also one such place where the water continues to be there. It continues to be flooded. So there are many of the places where the water is still there, because they form a part of the low-lying area. But places like Civil Lines are the ones where gradually the water is receding. In the visuals also you can see that there is one DTC bus which is coming all the way from this particular location. This tells us as to what the extent of the water is in the capital city, and many of the vehicles as well, they are getting stuck. As you can see that this is one such auto wala which has been stranded, but they are making the most of it. He has started washing his auto at this particular place, but many of the vehicles could be seen easily at the entry or the exit point of the ITO, where the vehicle got damaged because of the excessive water, and many of the traffic diversions have also been planned by the Delhi police. So this is currently the overall situation in the national capital, Delhi. Anshli.
Also, Nikhil, which are the worst affected areas due to waterlogging, and what all action has been taken to prevent waterlogging or to remove the water from the waterlogged areas?
Well, if you talk about the worst affected areas, Yamuna Bazar is one such place which received at the very first place. That is the particular area where the water came in the very first place. And there is this ITO as well, where unfortunately the water came out till this level. And also Rajghat is another place where the the impact has been reported. There is another place which is the Red Fort prominent area. At that place as well, we can see that a decent size of water has been reported. It continues to be flooded, and therefore the barricading has been put up by the Delhi police officials that nobody is allowed to move beyond a particular point. So these are the places which are mostly impacted, but places like Civil Lines area and the Bela Road area, they have gradually repaired, they have restored at the earliest. But also one such reason is that it forms a part of the VVIP area. Many of the officers of the Delhi government, they reside near to Civil Lines. In fact, there is residence of Delhi LG VK Saxena and the residence of Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal as well. So this is the reason why Civil Lines area is one such place where the water level have resided at the earliest. And yesterday as well, we were reporting from that particular place where the work was being done on the war footing level. But there are other places like ITO, Yamuna Bazar, Red Fort area, Rajghat area, they continue to remain flooded. But such is the situation in the capital city. But more impact we will get to see if all the gates, if all the channels of the ITO Yamuna barrage will be opened. As we have mentioned earlier as well, that close to 32 gates are part of the ITO Yamuna barrage as per the details given by the Delhi government. The maintenance of that particular site is done usually by the Haryana government, but 5 of the gates were not repaired because of the silting. So one gate was opened yesterday. The efforts are being made to reopen other gates as well at the earliest. So when all the gates will be opened, all the 32 gates will be opened, then we will get to see that the flow of water will gradually move further, and it will give some of the respite to the national capital Delhi. But actually the important point to note here is that everything depends on the amount of rainfall which is received not just in the capital city but also in the NCR region, including that of the Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand as well. Remember, Yamuna is one such river which finds its origin at the Yamunotri, which is in Uttarakhand. So the amount of rainfall which happens in the Uttarakhand state, and also the amount of rainfall which happens in the state of Himachal Pradesh, because after coming from the Yamunotri, it enters into Himachal Pradesh. So collectively the rainfall of these two states will also result in the flooding of the Yamuna river in the capital city. But it also shows a poor picture as to how bad the coordination was and will remain so between all the concerned department, all the concerned agencies. Had they been better prepared, then the situation like this could have been averted in the capital city. Because if we talk about the capital city in particular, since last 5 days there has been no significant amount of rainfall which has added or caused to the woes of the capital city. But this is the water which is coming in all the way from other states. So now all depends on the impact of the rainfall or the amount of rainfall which the Delhi and the neighboring states are all set to receive. Back to you.
Absolutely, Nikhil. Please stay with us. We have some more inputs coming in on this story.